Hi, my name is Michael Reiher. I'm president of Good2Go Software. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to take a look at Good2Go. In this short presentation, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of Good2Go, why we made it, who we made it for, and of course, where we're going to go in the future. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. When we first started working on Good2Go, we took a look at the tools printers were using to collaborate with their customers, as well as workflow automation tools. What we found is that a lot of those tools were very powerful, they could do a lot of things, but they also came with a level of complexity. Most of the tools we looked at required a large amount of planning up front, as well as additional development and integration, long-term support, as well as training of employees to make sure that they could use the solution that was being developed. Although this worked well for some of the larger clients, a lot of the small to medium-sized printers really couldn't afford the amount of planning and the amount of time required to implement such solutions. We saw this as a big problem for the small to medium-sized printer because they were more or less being left behind by the current vendors in the market. At Good2Go, we really wanted to make a solution that was scalable to any size printer. But we also wanted to make sure that we didn't leave behind the small to medium-sized printers. So we really focused in on what can we do to make Good2Go very easy to acquire, very easy to support, easy on training, and as well be very easy to use and make it so that any size printer could get into Good2Go very quickly and very efficiently. In order to do this, we needed to develop Good2Go in the cloud. This way there would be no special networking requirements, no changes to firewalls or hardware to buy. Good2Go could be available to any client automatically and instantly without any additional installation required. Plus, by being in the cloud, anytime we'd add a new function to Good2Go or integrate with a new partner or add in more compatibility with an existing solution, those would all be available to all our customers, no matter what their size is. And that would really benefit the small to medium-sized printers because now they would have access to the latest and greatest technology as quickly as any other size printer in the market. So besides the cloud, let's talk a little bit about the philosophy we had when building Good2Go. One of the things that we saw is that a lot of the systems that are out there today are very structured in how they deal with different workflow problems. At Good2Go, we recognize that even though the graphic arts process is very structured, the reality of the process is not very structured at all. And there tends to be a lot of changes and a lot of corrections and a lot of redos of processes due to customer changes, due to problems that come up during the production process. And we wanted to be able to address that ad hoc workflow that happens in just about every size printer out in the market today. The other part we really wanted to focus on was the ease. We wanted to make sure Good2Go was easy to acquire, be up and running in 15 minutes or less. We wanted to make sure it was very easy and natural to use so there wouldn't be a lot of training requirements. And most importantly, we wanted the print buyer experience to be extremely easy. We figured if the print buyers were happy, our customers would be happy with their purchase of Good2Go. So let's talk about the future of Good2Go. First of all, Good2Go is going to be a constantly evolving service. What you know of Good2Go today will be there a year from now. But a year from now, there'll probably be lots of little enhancements on the existing features that are there today. There will be new functionality. Some of that will be major new functionality. They'll be rolled in as soon as we have it done. Some of that new functionality may come from third-party integrations, where we partnered with another manufacturer and we've integrated their technology or their service in with Good2Go. We see Good2Go constantly evolving, and what's beautiful about it, when we do release an update, Those updates are available to all our clients instantaneously. Another key part to our future is our REST API. Even though we want to make sure we address the needs of the small to medium-sized printer, we also want to make sure that our larger customers, integrators, and third-party developers have the tools they need to be able to integrate Good2Go into their solutions or integrate their solutions into the Good2Go environment. In all, we feel Good2Go is well positioned to be able to meet the needs of the ever-changing market as well as to meet the needs of printers of any size. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us, our philosophy on Good2Go, and where we see Good2Go going in the future.